What's up? What's up? What's up? Polo Sports Talking ENT. Coming at y'all with a quick one, right quick. Got some news for y'all as y'all get in the building. Y'all hit that like and hit that sub, and also comment as well, and hit the notifications because I know that some of y'all ain't getting some of the notifications. I know your YouTube is not sending out a lot of stuff, man. Just be sure that you get my notifications as well. Want to say thank to all of my subscribers that pulled up yesterday when we were watching the game and also chatting, doing a little chopping it up. I want to thank uh, Jacob Jennings for stopping through, South Solitical, Red Pill, Goat Mike, Hitman X, uh, Braxton, my queen, Annie K. Uh, Wait, what? You know what it is? RJ Guap, Red Con, Think Tank, all of y'all. Hey, I appreciate it. And anybody else that I forgot, Blackface, everybody, everybody that showed love yesterday and, the day before that. I thank y'all for pulling up, man. I really appreciate it, man. And I'm going to give y'all a second to go ahead and get up in here, but be sure you hit that like and hit that sub, okay? Because I got some news to report about T-Rex, and we also gonna get in and see what y'all think about it. Because I know that this is a subject. This is a kind of a touchy subject for a lot of people. I know it is for me. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all some of y'all may feel differently, but I definitely I feel a way that probably nobody else thinks. Like a lot of times, but here it is, man. If y'all not in here, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, you'll be able to rewind the video back. Y'all have to excuse me. I got little throat problem. But Clarissa Shields is gonna make her MMA debut tonight, around 7 p.m. And as you know, if you don't know who Clarissa Shields is, uh, she's a women's world champion, only woman to get be undisputed and obtain the championship in multiple divisions in the women's boxing. First one to ever do that and accomplish that. Okay, and on top of that, she has made her transition over from boxing to the MMA world. Okay, now she's been training with several different people. One in particular with John Bones Jones, uh, who was an MMA champion himself at one point, and she's worked with several other people in that were considered the elite in terms of MMA, and she's been training for quite some time. And a lot of people didn't really take her serious. Now, me, I took her serious because she actually was training while she was in boxing, and on top of that, sparring at the same time. She was a busy woman. At one point she would train and box, and then she would go ahead and then later on then she would go ahead and do the MMA training because she was trying to make her transition. She always said that boxing boxing was dead. Now she's gonna fight a fighter who in the lightweight division in MMA, the men's women's lightweight. She's gonna fight Brittany Elkin. Brittany Elkin comes in at 3-6. She got a little bit more experience than Clarissa Shields. Like I said, Clarissa Shields, this is her debut. You know, and she's going to be fighting against a fighter that, her record, isn't the best, but nevertheless, she's putting, she's being put to the test against somebody. This is her first fight, and we got to see how she does. Now, do I think that she will be successful? I got all the confidence in Clarissa Shields. Make no mistake about it. She's still very, very, very young. A lot of people don't realize, she's maybe, 25, 26, somewhere around there. So she's still real young. Still got a lot of time on her hands. Now, now, had she been like 30 or, a little, in her late 20s or something like that, I probably wouldn't have gave her, too much of an edge. But I definitely feel that Clarissa Shield has all the tools necessary to possibly, win the fight. Now, a lot of guys and a lot of women too have also stated that making the transition from boxing over to MMA, it had it's a silly choice. Mayweather was thinking about the idea at one point of making that change, and he decided not to, which was a wise choice because I don't think Floyd that he's not that type of guy. Even though contact sports is contact sports, James Tony, he tried to make the transition over from uh, boxing to MMA, and he was unsuccessful when he fought Randy Couture. You know, so not it hasn't been a very good transition from boxers making a transition over to MMA or mixed martial arts. They haven't been successful, and vice versa. You know, uh, you know, when Conor McGregor stepped in the ring and tried to go in the boxer's world, he found out early. Hey, look, this is a whole nother ball game. So not many people have been successful in doing this. But the reason why I give Clarissa the benefit of the doubt, at least, is because she's a very extremely hard worker. That's not taken away from any of these other fighters. Okay, that's not taken away from them at all. I feel that all of these fighters are dedicated to a degree, but I think that Clarissa Shields, her tenacity, because she's very, very tenacious. Even though she's not a knockout artist, but she's very, very tenacious, and she's very she has a hunger and a drive that I have not seen since Layla Ali. Layla Ali. Now, I mean, you have to think now. There's a lot of women in MMA that are elite, like of course Amanda Nunez, which I don't see anybody beating her right now. She definitely would not even. She couldn't even carry Nunez's bags right now, even if she wanted to. And then of course you had Cyborg, and just to name a few, and then you had Holly in there too, and at once upon a time, Ronda Rousey before she got dismantled. But I definitely feel that she could make her transition. I want her to do great, especially as an African American woman. I mean, how could you not support her? She has always been successful, and the one thing that I respect about Clarissa Shields too is that when everybody was down in Adrian Broner and everybody was talking down on him and just beating up the man, even though he made a mistake and brought the mistakes on himself, she went to bat for Adrian Broner, and that says a lot about her character. You also have to realize that she is undefeated. She hasn't lost in boxing, at least in boxing. So that says something. Uh, when Conor McGregor came in to fight Mayweather, he had already had some losses on his record already. So but that's an entirely different situation. Not different in the sense of them making a transition or crossing over, but in the sense that okay, it is men's and it's MMA going over to boxing. So y'all tell me what you think. Do you think that Clarissa Shields is definitely going to make this transition? You think she's going to win tonight? I want to hear from y'all. If you know who she is, because a lot of people don't know Clarissa Shields and don't even keep up with her. But I've been keeping up with her ever since she first began to fight. And the thing about it, I didn't like her at first because I thought she was very cocky. I thought she was extremely cocky. Let's see who we got in here. I did not think that she had the attitude necessary to be successful. I thought Layla Ali was extremely better, but until I saw her work ethic and the stuff that she was doing, and then on top of that, what really made me change my mind about Clarissa Shields too is how helpful she was during the whole Flint water crisis. Because we also have to talk about real life. Salute to you, Young. I'm gonna let you cook on this in just a second. Uh, she was she's active in the community because a lot of people don't know uh, Flint had a water crisis, and still to this day they still struggle to a degree. And plus, not to mention the crime. It was a crime infested heavily area in Flint. Just a whole lot of things going on in that Flint city. So, but she's arise from that. She came from that, and she had dismantled the competition. Now, MMA, it is a different ball game. It's a different arena. It's a different movement. The conditioning is entirely different. The combat to a degree is because uh, Clarissa Shields is not known as a striker. She's not known as a knockout artist, and I don't knock her for that. But when you talk about, you know, women like Cyborg, when you talk about Amanda Nunez, when you talk about those women, they are strikers with registered hand and feet. So let's see how this goes. She's been training with John Bones Jones, and let's see what her work does tonight. What you got on it, Young?
I feel like it's like a very bad decision for her because I don't want to end. I don't want her to be like the female James Tony when he was in UFC. Um, well, no, her boxing cardio is gonna fail her if she hasn't grappled hard. And I've seen like several talent cardio machines boxers get exhausted in the middle of wrestling, and the cardio machine wrestlers will get gas in the boxing ring quickly as well. But different sport that requires different kinds of cardio. But when you do something new, it tends to quite efficiate at the moment and waste a lot of energy for nothing. You ain't have to build the muscle endurance for the movement. So even if you didn't get gas, you still build an athlete aside quickly than someone who has muscle endurance of that movement. So I think her hands is gonna fail her trying to punch with the same strength as she's wearing like 16 ounces. The gloves is gonna hurt because there's not gonna be no gloves, not gonna be ounces, nothing. It's gonna be like real hands. And on top of that, the punch is gonna be grip, the punch, the grip, the punch. So it's just a whole different skill set to learn because you know, and um, to me, it's our wrestling. Definitely. How do I say this? She need to get demonetized. Show quick cuts to the fight, chopping woods, pulling strings, putting slides through snow, practicing her wrestling. Because looking at her opponent is a wrestler. So she knew how to do a wrestling, learns how to do her takedowns, learn how to get up from wrestlers like that. Because wrestlers they love to go to the ground and go pounding, and 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 it's like, yeah, because seeing this is like a boxing grappler debate, because it's way easier for a grappler to take the solid punch from a takedown, but play in their field. Then it's the blocker to defend the takedown and get back into striking game. And 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 strikers stays on, like you say, like example, like Ronda Rousey. She fought well and trained grapplers, including Holly Holm, who has well 5 years of grappling, MMA training, Wayne 9-0, MMA record before fighting Ronda. News was just a black jiu-jitsu black belt, BJJ, black belt in season 14-3. MMA at the time was first run also, while Shields may have less than a year worth grappling coming to Lucky. She moves, this other opponent moves like a mummy. And I seen her fights on YouTube, and she's very, very movable. And and this is gonna be quite interesting to see.
Man, those are some good points. Even though I disagree with you, Young,
Mhm.
those are some valid points. Now I'm gonna tell you what I disagree with you on. Okay.
Right,
Uh, now, I the only thing that pretty much that I disagree with you on is that I feel like she has all the tools to be successful. Also, I got to take into account her youth. Okay. Now, this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Now, let's go. Let's tackle this for a second. Let's dissect this because I
right.
can't let anybody run away from this. All right.
Hmm.
Now, when you already know when James Tony had went in there, James Tony, yeah, he was decent, but what was the knock on James Tony? His conditioning was not that it was not great at all. I mean, when he fought, because he fought Randy, if my memory serves me correctly, he fought Randy Couture. Is that
Right,
right?
right,
And he got pretty much dismantled. Okay. Another thing is when it comes to Clarissa Shield, we have to understand that she had been training. She had been training for a little over 2.5 years prior to this. So this isn't something that like for instance when Kimbo Slice he wanted a YouTube success. He automatically just jumped right into the ring and thought that he was just going to go ahead and be successful.
yeah. Like
Or
my see,
yeah,
yeah, I
or
remember.
like right, or like
His conditioning is in the very conditioning. Even Mike Tyson told him, it's like, don't go pro, like stay where you are, but he just want to stay pro.
what's up, Dead Game Boxing? I see you in the building, man. I think Dead Game got a page. If you're not subscribed to Dead Game Boxing, definitely subscribe to him. Also, Young, I know you LDBC. Hey, I want y'all to subscribe to Monty Brown TV, 78 Sports, and Blood Boxing. And Young might know a few of those guys. Even Casino for life. If y'all want to know about the fight game and Young that I got right here, his knowledge is impeccable. That's why I'm glad he chimed in on this. Now, this is another thing too, Young, about boxing too that we also had to realize too. Now, do you remember when Rampage tried to make the transition from he tried to go into pride fighting as opposed to UFC? And what
Right.
was the what was the difference in pride fighting? Oh man, that was like the snake pit. UFC was like the commercial kind of watered down kind of fighting, but in pride fighting, that was like where the elite fought. Like it was kind of like the Kumite
No,
or some shit.
he did pride fighting, and then after he went to UFC, because when he went, the different was from Rampage was when he went to pride fighting, he was a good good takedown guy. Might pick you up and slam you in the ground, knees you in a good striker. Now
Right.
when he went to UFC. He was good. When he went to UFC. He was a very, very good striker. Now you look over. Now he's a very good striker. You know, very heavily striker. Not,
Cause, cause he
sometimes he
because
take him.
cause he fought Liddell on both stages.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Why did that
He fought in
yeah,
UFC
far
and he
card,
fought in Pride. I remember
yeah,
that, and I felt like Chuck Liddell did did better when he was over there in Pride as opposed to UFC. That's just my opinion. It's
right,
just my it's just my opinion. I'm talking about when he fought when he had that Rampage fight.
right,
But okay, getting back to the subject at hand. Okay, now she's been training with John Bones Jones. You know what I'm saying? Who, I mean, say what you want about John Bones Jones. I know the whole steroid allegations and stuff like that. But hey, John Bones Jones was at the top of his game, and she's also been training with several others. I don't know if you know who they are, young, but she's trained with several other people too. I feel like she has the tools to be successful, but I gotta agree with Young where I come back to Young and agree with him is that it definitely is a different arena. You're not gonna just walk in there. These ladies and these men have been doing this way longer than her since they've been younger. So I think it's a challenge though that she can overcome. If she does, if she gets this win, she's got plenty more. Because you got to remember, Brittany Elkin comes in at 3-6, so her record, she's got some experience on her, even though her record ain't that good.
right.
So we'll have to see what happens, young man. I hope she does it. I hope she does it for our community, though. That'd be huge. A black woman winning in MMA. You know what I'm saying? One other, a black person doing it. I mean, to me, I love that, and see, I like to see, a black woman successful. You know what I'm saying? We should want to see our black queens successful. If you don't want to see your black queen successful, man, just get from around me, because they are part of our community. Y'all sweep these women up under the carpet, like WNBA. Y'all should want these women to be successful, man. Y'all got to support them, man, for real. But Clarissa Shields, man, I think she gonna do it, man. I'm not saying that she gonna knock her out, but I think that she got all the tools to be successful. Layla Ali, I think if I'm not tripping about it, I think Layla Ali at one point was thinking about trying to cross over and stuff like that. But I don't think she made that decision though to do that.
Right.
But she was tripping when she called out Layla Ali. But and let me ask you this, yo, who you think would have won out of her and Layla Ali?
I heard this like last year. I heard this fight last year.
Uh,
Um, I mean, you got it for Clarissa. No, you got to be like that. You got to be cocky for that. For Lala, no, she's a very, very strong, confident person. That's what makes her stand out. And I think she could do anything she puts her onto, whether she wins or not. But she would give Clarissa a run for her money. Not to say Carissa's not a good fighter, that she's very good. But I like both ladies made the both ladies. But this gonna be a hard one, But
right.
so.
And,
But
and,
and Lila got to be careful because Carissa can knock her out with one hit. She's so
you think so?
yes, like I'm not saying like Carissa can really fight. She can
Yeah, but
really
she
hit you. But
But she ain't known as no knockout artist, but she
yeah,
do
yeah,
hit hard though. But no,
yeah.
hey, yo, I'm glad you on here. Hey, shout out to Jacob Jennings, man. I needed you to come in on this argument though, because it was him, me, and South Solitical. But
Right.
I was like, man, I wish that nigga Young would have came in, man, because he know boxing. I'm gonna
Mhm.
ask you a question right now
Right.
while I got you on here. Okay, who wins the fight? between Terrence Bud Crawford and Earl Spence.
I know you going with Bud. You talking about Bud versus Spence?
You got Spence.
No, you said you said Bud versus Spence. No, I call Crawford Bud. Who? I don't know what's the fight. Hmm. If that
And
fight,
and listen, I want you to choose based on just overall. It doesn't have to be because this guy does this or this guy does that. Just the overall, man. Like who you think would win. It don't even gotta. It could be decision. It could be knockout, TKO, unanimous, whatever.
um, I'm gonna have to go with Crawford.
Man, oh yeah, are you serious, bro? I'm surprised. Hey,
Is it?
I'm surprised you said that though. I'm really shocked you said that.
Cause not like we saw like you
Yeah,
saw
tell me
how.
why. Tell me why. Tell me why.
I mean, look, I know. Okay, I know everybody. I know everybody. Seen Crawford being hurt by Gambo, but we had to see Spence being hurt by Lardy and Garcia. So
Right.
they are human, of course, sometimes, but Crawford has more skills and see more intelligence in the ring as he just easy to any opponent. Spencer can crack and has very good stamina. So he seems never fade during the fight, but it will be hell of a fight, but I'll give the edge to definitely could Crawford. And I know Earl can hit more often than Crawford. But and I can't disrespect Spence because he's a naturally offensive fighter, prefers to pressure, throw kitchen stinks at you. So he's gonna open shots for you, which you understand though. But I had to give
Right.
and Spence got Spence can hit you with the body. Very
Yeah,
very
that's a
good,
good point.
really good with the body. But yeah, I had to give it to Bud because Buzz, is a high IQ, more versatile, pronounced, in both stands. He's a judge he'll make you play with Hugh Factor. And but seeing Spence fight with Garcia, I know Crawford got him.
Oh, but you know, young, you got to give him. You know, that was his first time out of the accident in a while. You know, that
Right,
devastating accident that he suffered. So I didn't bank too much on that Garcia fight. And plus, Garcia, you know what he was, young. He wasn't nothing but a glorified counterpuncher.
right.
That's all Garcia was, is a glorified counterpuncher. That to me was kind of a tune-up fight for him. I wanted to see him. Okay, I know he's getting ready to fight Pacquiao.
Right.
You know, Spencer. But I would have had
All
liked
right,
to
all
see
right,
him.
all right. Then I'll get okay. All right, if not that okay. Okay. The one with the Sean Porter. The Sean Porter was
Yeah,
giving him. The Sean Porter gave him problems.
right,
So I
yeah,
was
right. And see, young, you already remember that fight.
right,
He could have easily lost that fight had it not been for that knockdown.
right,
Because you remember he stunned him at the end. I was like he lucky he rocked his jaw at that last point of that fight because I was going to give it to Porter just on heart alone because he kept coming forward and was giving Spence hell that whole fight. He just wasn't he couldn't put him away, and that's what I respected about Sean Porter. Man, no, okay, so you're giving it to listen. It would be a great fight because of course they're both southpaws and everything. The only reason I brought that up, young,
right,
is because a lot of people feel like they're crowning Crawford already as a guy and everything. But my thing is this: he hadn't really fought as many as legit as competition as uh, as Earl Spence. I mean, he fought Kell Brook and he fought Benavidez, but to me, I just think that Earl Spence his resume is a little bit better. What's it called? And Crawford, he could have lost to Kell Brook because he was losing in that fight up until he made Kell Brook quit with that knockdown.
Mm.
And so I just feel that Errol Spence now. Okay, what's the thing that we also know about Errol Spence too? His reach isn't as
Mm.
long
Yeah.
as Crawford, so he
Yeah,
might.
I said like his reach and his body shots. Very good,
Yeah,
very
the
good.
yeah the body shot and when what's his name? I give Crawford, his just due. He's a knockout. He goes for that knockout and everything. But Earl is so intelligent and so cerebral. But I'm ready for them to fight Young for two reasons. I want to see who's going to be next up in that welterweight division, and then also somebody's O has to go. Everybody's trying to hold on to that O. Man, look, man, you got to,
Yeah,
man, you're
yeah,
gonna
it
have to.
need to go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to go, man. So I got Spence winning. I felt like Crawford, man, he ducked a lot of people. He ducked Porter. He was about to fight Pacquiao. Didn't get that fight. One of the Charlo brothers was calling him out. He didn't want to get that fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like, Buds, come on, man. I mean, everybody else is getting their fights on pay per view. You about to get your fight. You getting your fights on ESPN. Earl Spence, Earl Spence versus Manny. Who you got?
Oh,
Who you taking in that fight? I meant to ask you that too. When they fight, Young.
uh, I don't know, man. This is tough because, like, we talk about Spence, but we got to talk about Pacquiao. No, Pacquiao, no, yeah, he's getting older.
Uh
He's
huh.
getting older, but he's a good puncher because he would not stop punching you until you're not down.
Uh
That's,
huh.
that's one thing about Pacquiao and 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 Pacquiao's very
Hey,
fast.
Malone.
You know,
Right.
and Pacquiao is he's very fast guy, and that I think that's one thing that Spence need to be careful of, and work on that defense and just go to the body, because Pacquiao is fast, so like he used to go into the body and make him slow down, make him slow down, and just take over it. I think
Right.
that's I think that's what Spence need Spence need to do because to this man Pacquiao, like you say what you want about, oh, he's old and stuff, um but he will fight. Yeah.
I mean, for his age, I mean, it's like he gets better. He gets better with age. Hop in again, True King. True the King. I saw you in here, man. Hop in here again if you can. For his age, man, it's like he gets better with age, young. You spit facts. But Earl, I think I'm gonna give it to Earl. Um, you know, I think he looked okay after the accident. Now to say that he was 100%. No, he wasn't 100%. He wasn't that Earl before that devastating accident. But I do feel that Earl has the tools necessary to take this fight. Especially if he's going in just boxing alone and not trying to go for the vicious hit or a knockout or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty much that's what Earl, his calling card is. He's a supremely gifted boxer. Even Mayweather said that he gave him hell during sparring session. So um, I'm
Um,
looking for. Oh, you
uh,
got it. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna say like for Pacquiao, when he gets winning, he can't afford to lay in the ropes. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, Spence, like he did against Thurman. So he need to use his legs and stay away until he gets one back, then resume, because that would be a big key big key in the fight. Also use the angles and watch out for Spence jab, and don't fight Spence inside because Spence will use his weight and strength against Raquel.
Right.
He has to be careful on that.
Cause Pacquiao he can fight either way. He's unorthodox. Right. He fights either way. Cause I know sometimes most of the time he does southpaw.
No, you don't. You know, you don't. Pacquiao don't do defense. Man.
Right. Yeah. And Pacquiao, with his MMA background, that's another thing that separates Pacquiao from a lot of these other fighters too, man. In terms of his conditioning, he got that MMA background. So that guy, man, he never slows down. I mean, man, young to be 40 something years old, and I know he still wants a piece of Mayweather, man. He still wants to fight him again, but Mayweather said he was done. Now I gotta ask you, man, what did you think about that that Logan that clown show that you saw when Mayweather fought Logan, man?
I was there.
Right.
I was.
You
I
actually
was
went.
there.
You actually went to the fight.
Yeah, it was in Hard Rock Stadium, and it
Yeah,
was
in
like it was in
Florida.
Hard Rock like Dolphin Stadium. Man, so
Hey,
it was
hey, did you get rained on, man?
man. I had a jacket on, man. It was I was almost got. It was slippery, bro. So I almost got wet. And
Uh,
seeing this fight, I kind of laugh at it
right.
because what the fuck is he doing? I'm like, what is he doing? And
You talk about Logan?
both of them.
Oh shit,
Like,
for
why is
real?
you like Floyd? Why is you hugging? But I know Floyd was doing. Floyd was taking it was very taking it. He was just playing with him. He's not really taking. He's taking it easy on Logan because
Yeah,
his
trying to carry the
because
fight.
he's a YouTuber. Because he's a YouTuber. He's not gonna go. He's not gonna take it seriously against a YouTuber. And
But
and
hey, young,
yeah. Hmm?
uh, hold on one second. That was my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I gotta ask you something. Now, Willie D, Willie D, from the Ghetto Boys that
Better
got the
boys. Yeah.
channel or whatever. Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
to Willie D. Hey, look, and I'm gonna let you cook in just a second. Salute to True the King. All right, look,
Florida, bro.
this is what Willie D said. Willie D said he actually knocked out Logan, but he had to he kind of carried him up a little bit. Now, when you was there at the fight, did you see something like that? Like he was like Logan could have fell, but he kind of just kept him up so that he could, keep the fight going and go the distance.
There's a video out there on Polo too. What he's
Um.
saying. The video
Uh.
out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
I seen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Willie D
yeah.
had put it out there.
Yeah. Floyd did that. Floyd hit him with a right hand, and then Lloyd was about to go down until Floyd had to help him up.
Right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
Man, it's all about the money, man. Hey, now, hey, I gotta ask you. I'm gonna get True his take on Clarissa Shields making the transition, but I gotta ask y'all about Chad Ochocinco. How y'all think he did, man?
He did good. He did good. He
he
did
did.
good.
Yeah. He did good. Very. No, even though he got knocked out, he got
Yeah,
knocked
at the
down. Knocked
last minute,
down.
I like
He
He
Chad.
got
got
I'm
dropped.
like, damn. I'm
He
like,
got
come
dropped
on,
though. That
duck,
was
nigga,
funny.
duck.
I was like,
But he was winning that fight. I think he was winning that fight
he
before
was.
that.
Yeah, he
I
was
mean,
winning the
Yeah,
fight.
man,
Yeah.
Chad. I'm like, damn, Chad, you did way better than Nate Robinson.
Yeah, he was. He was very fast. Fast with his hands. Fast for his feet. Need to work on his defense. Definitely need to work on his
I was
defense.
crying when he got dropped though. I
No,
was
I just man, and I was like, okay. I was like, no, I was like, the guy gonna knock Chad out. So he's gonna knock him down. Boy, yeah,
He
right. Going with
he
that
did
Frank.
He did way better than Nate Robinson. Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
now, true. I gotta ask you, who gonna win this fight tonight? You think Clarissa Shields got a good chance tonight in her
I mean,
debut?
yeah, I think she fighting against a guy. The further she's fighting, she's like 3-6. It's more. I mean, it's just. I mean, they ain't gonna put her in there with no killer yet. You know what I mean? But
Right,
I think she's gonna win it. But hey, when it comes to MMA, anything can happen. But I think she's gonna win it.
right,
I mean, but then her transition. It's not really surprising why she transitioned to MMA. People try to say, well, it's just to challenge herself. That may be part of it a little bit too, but at the same time, that's where the money's at.
Right.
Female boxing, like, listen, the female boxing don't make the same amount of money as female MMA.
Mm.
That's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? It's like the opposite of boxing and male boxing and male MMA. It's the opposite. You know what I mean? I'm
right,
so that's the reason why. That's the only reason why she's doing it. You know what I mean? Those are you get the bigger fights. Cause let's be real. I mean, Clarissa Shields. I mean, what boxer out there that she can fight in the female division? She can fight that's going to generate money, and she fights uh like a Chris Cyborg or Amanda Nunez or something. You know what I mean?
right.
So
No, she called out Amanda Nunez, and then I feel like that one been a
I
good
think
idea. Mm.
I don't. I mean, she ain't. I don't know. She ain't ready for that yet, though.
No, she ain't ready for that new. No, no.
MMA is
Salute,
Yeah,
different.
that's what I'm
salute,
saying. She did.
DGG. I see you in the building, man.
Yeah, she did for money because she beat every point. She beat every point in the division. So why not go to other
Like
division other
it's
fighters?
prize fight. Yeah, it's prize fight in
Yeah,
the day. I mean,
yeah. Like why
I'm.
not
A, I
go
mean,
over there and get the money, get more money in the
she,
fight? Yeah.
all the work she put in. I mean, hey, she now you know what I mean. Now she want to challenge herself. Now this is where how to challenge yourself now. This is a whole different
What,
sport right here. This so
what? Well, hey, true. I know you and Young done heard the news about who's getting ready to. Well, two people that's getting ready to come back and make their appearance again.
Who that?
Oscar De La Hoya, he getting ready to fight. He's gonna fight on. Yeah, I know. He's getting ready to fight on September the 16th, which is Mexican Independence Day. And guess what? NBA star is getting ready to step into the ring.
Who?
Or well, he used to be in the NBA. That motherfucker Kendall Gill, former NBA player, he's been training. He wants to fight Jake Paul.
My.
Hey, no, Kendall Gill. I looked at. Hey, he kind of with him and Chad, because Chad is a soft. I mean a southpaw too, and so is Kendall Gill. So I definitely feel like Kendall Gill could make some noise, and he's taking it pretty serious, man.
Nah, I don't feel it. That fight shouldn't even happen,
You don't
man.
see that happening.
No, but the Oscar thing. Who was Oscar fighting?
Nah, he been trained. He been trained. I don't know who Oscar is fighting, but I know that he's trying to make his way. Cause I know, and don't laugh, man, but he actually wants to fight Canelo. I know, man, because hey, it's over money, man. Because Oscar De La Hoya owes Canelo 8 million in for the court because he took him to court and everything, and the reason why he left was because Golden Boy wasn't really doing nothing for him, and then as soon as he went to court and everything, man, what's his name? Canelo bounced on him. Uh, and I don't blame Canelo because they weren't towards the end of Golden Boy stuff, they weren't getting him the fight that he needed to get. Then he went to Days In, he was automatically hit the ground running.
Mm.
So they're mad. It's all over. He's basically saying that he made Canelo. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Canelo made your ass. He was the one that was fighting the people. Mayweather was your biggest fucking payday, De La Hoya. Mayweather was your biggest payday, and matter of fact, it was Mayweather the one that had the idea of fighting on Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
You know, so you do the math. Floyd Mayweather. The one thing I don't take away about Floyd Mayweather
Yeah.
is that motherfucker is supremely intelligent when it comes to marketing.
Yeah, like if you gonna be honest, Floyd lifted Golden Boy because Golden Boy was dead. He was dropping dead until Floyd came in the picture and lifted back up because he was playing every fighter that in Golden Boy production, some Golden Boy production.
Right,
You know, like Shane Mosley, Victor Ortiz, Canelo, all these fighters who came from Golden Boy. He had lifted him up. So technically, he saved Golden Boy. So you gotta, yeah, that man was
right,
great.
right. I mean, and look, I mean, let's just call it what it is, young. And I don't like to feel this way, but Clarissa Shields said, she said, boxing is dead right now. Boxing is dead, and guys like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, look, their antics are crazy and stuff like that. But guess what, though, young man, the viewership, on those two is out the roof. Man, people they get a lot of views, and a lot of people just tune in just to watch Jake Paul and Logan Paul, and a lot of fighters they like that, but they don't take them as serious because they just be like, oh, he's just a YouTuber and stuff like that. But the attention that's being drawn, man, it's like, damn, how could you not want to jump on a Jake Paul or Logan Paul ticket? I mean, Chad Ochocinco, he was up in there. He's like, shit, I want some of this money too.
Hmm.
So I look at it like that, man. Man, I'm about to go ahead and close it down. Anything you got in closing? It's about anything, boxing, sports, whatever. Because I'm finna get into some other stuff in just a few minutes, man. You there, young?
Yep.
Yeah. What you got? You got anything else, man? Before I go ahead and close this, man.
No, man. Just wish Carissa spit. Where Carissa Shields. Hope she. Hope wish her well in the fight. Good luck on it.
Okay. Hey, look. Y'all heard it first, man. This that boy Young. I appreciate you stopping through, giving your perspective on everything, man. And look, Clarissa Shields, man, she definitely got a good shot. Do I think that she gonna come out and knock her out or not, any of that? No. But do I think that she has all the tools to be successful? You better believe it, man. She's a hard worker. She comes with grit, and she's still young. She got youth on her side. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see what happens, man. Y'all go ahead and watch it. The fight is at 7 p.m. and it's on ESPN, man. Till then, man, Young, LDBC Lions, appreciate Dead Game Boxing for stopping through. Go sub to his channel. If you're not sub to his channel, man, definitely got good content in terms of the fight game. Till then, man, holla at your boy, man. It's Polo Sports Talk ENT, man. I'll holla at y'all.